How to deal with anger and frustration. Thanks, Kim. So anger and frustration tend to come from the solar plexus. And anger isn't all negative. Anger can have positivity in it as well. It's like action, but it's often suppressed and very hateful, and then turns into frustration and rage. So it's a place of the solar plexus. So you can look up the solar plexus online. You can find exercises to help release that energy. You can understand the psychology of the solar plexus and what you're suppressing. So it's often about a lot of suppression. So the solar plexus, I'll tell you about the solar plexus. So solar plexus is where the ribs meet in that triangle. So it's just there. So the ribs go like that, and the solar plexus is just there. And it also has points all over the body. And in its positive, it is a sense of action, that you can do something. That this is on the human level, that you're empowered, that you feel like you can do something, that you feel like you can make choices, that you feel like anything is possible, that you can do things. It's all about action and making choices and feeling empowered to do that. In its negative, it's also about knowing what you want. This is all on the human level. In its negative, it is a sense of feeling trapped. You don't know what you want. You can't choose. Feeling frustrated. Feeling stuck. Feeling meaningless. And then at the bottom of that, feeling depressed. And you can heal the solar plexus through health, and you can also heal it through psychology, and you can heal it through energy work. And you can do all of those together as well. The psychological part I'm most probably best at, rather than the energy work and the health work. So I also think that it can be related to food, it can be related to periods, it can be related to like backache. All different types of things can make your solar plexus go into more negative energy. So I would be better at the psychological and like exploration of the solar plexus. And it's basically, it's on the psychological level, it's not understanding choice and action. And so in childhood, your parents maybe, and maybe your karma as well, didn't enable you to balance choice and action. So you can have a ferocity where you're too overactive, where choices and actions are too important to you, and if you don't get what you want, then it's meltdown. So there's too much attachment to it. Or you can have, on the other extreme, like not knowing what you want and not knowing how to get what you want or how to choose. And both of them most probably are karmic, so come from past lives, come from your family line. And then also in this life, maybe growing up with parents or family that didn't help you in that area. So in a balanced household, and I certainly didn't have this, I think a lot of people didn't, but in a balanced household, your parents will know what they want and will know how to enact it, but with also empathy towards other people. And they will teach you how to realize what you want and how to enact it, and also how to have empathy with other people and it to be balanced. So also understanding you can't always get what you want. And the way that I suppose parents do this, I'm not a parent, but just as an idea, it would be that you reflect back to the child, like this is examples, you reflect back to the child what it is they want. You talk to them about the possibilities of getting what they want and how they would do that. You encourage the child to explore what it is they want and what they don't want. You compliment the child. You try to compliment the child more than discourage the child from its choices. So the child makes a choice, and rather than like reflecting back that it's a failure, you try to say, okay, so if it doesn't go so well, you go, well done for making a choice, but you know, it wasn't so successful this time, but maybe you could do it like this or that next time, and you could have a better outcome. So you help the child, like you don't shame the child, or you don't make them wrong for what they choose. You try to encourage them and help them gain confidence in choosing, but also reflecting back to them better ways maybe to do it, or encouraging them to think of better ways to do it. This is just an example. Most of the time, what a lot of parents do, not all parents, is they are trying to control the child and get the child to fit in with their wants, because that's what's easiest and that's what they've been taught. So they're trying to control the child and then encourage the child to fit in with the parents' wants, which is appropriate, but it's all imbalanced. Like, you have to explain that, you know, so this time mummy's getting what she wants. Like, so you're making it really clear so the child has a consciousness of it. But a lot of the time it's like the child is shamed for their wants and told off and suppressed. And then what it does is it grows a child that is either like overly determined to get what they want, or they're in constant rebellion to you, or the child is like really dependent and really confused about what it wants. And then as the child identifies, it creates identity out of that. So the one that's really confused might become really dependent on other people to make their choices, and really victimized or feel very victimized. Like, other people done this to you or done that to you, but it's never like made choice or made action. Then on the other extreme, you might get someone that bulldozes people with their wants and is very aggressive with their wants. So, and there's all different variations in that. And then the identity with it is the belief that, say, in the person that's very dependent, the belief that other people have taken away your happiness. And then the person that like bulldozes is that other things get in your way to happiness, and that you have to get that in order to be free. And that's the lie. The freedom is this moment. And the wants are pleasurable or painful. We prefer pleasure, we prefer to get them, but they're not your freedom. The seeking comes in identification with the person. So you identify, there's a losing of home, there's a losing of freedom, and then the person becomes very attached to outcome. So it's like remembering that freedom. But also, when waking up, there's often a balancing and a more consciousness of the person. It'd be possible to be completely conscious of this person. There's so much that we're unconscious of. There's so much to explore of our potentiality, but it's becoming conscious of that. So you can do an exploration of the solar plexus. Kim. Danke for your question. Thank you for your question. Hey Dennis, dear friend, your talk has inspired this. Who am I? I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who I think I was. I'm not who I think I will be. I'm not even who I am. Dennis. Damn. Your friend in Kentucky. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm not who I think I am. So whoever you think yourself to be is not who you are. That's an appearance that's always changing. I'm not who I think I was. That again is an appearance that always changes. Your idea of yourself is always changing dependent on what you feel in this moment. It's not a fixed thing. I'm not who I think I will be. Again, it's just imagination. It's not here now. It's something that comes and goes. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not the experiencer. It's an experience that's appearing and disappearing. I'm not even who I am. Yeah, you're nothing. You're nothing. That sounded so aggressive. You're nothing. Thanks, Dennis. So any calls me. So if you want to call in, then you have to put call me. Hi, Idna. Coffee or tea?